You're not poor because you're incompetent. You're poor because the system needs you. Just poor enough. Poor enough to wake up every morning. Poor enough to pay the rent. Poor enough not to rebel. If 70% of the population suddenly became financially free, the consumer economy would collapse. No one would work the night shift. No one would deliver packages. No one would sit at a call center answering complaints. The system doesn't need you starving. It just needs you busy. And the scariest part? You believe that's freedom. You're not poor because you're incompetent. You're poor because the system needs you. Just stable enough. Stable enough to wake up every morning. Stable enough to pay rent. Stable enough not to revolt. If 70% of people suddenly became financially free, the consumer economy would stall. No one would work night shifts. No one would deliver packages. No one would sit in a call center for 9 hours a day. The system doesn't need you starving. It just needs you busy. Look at the structure. Modern society doesn't run on mass financial freedom. It runs on mass dependency. You work 8 to 10 hours a day. After taxes. After rent. After insurance. After gas. What's left? A little savings. A little treat yourself. And a credit card. According to data from the Federal Reserve, U.S. credit card debt has surpassed $1 trillion. Interest rates above 20% are normal. You think that's an accident? No. It's architecture. Consumption fuels growth. Growth requires income. Income requires employment. Employment requires dependency. If everyone were financially free, who would take repetitive, stressful, low-paid jobs? This isn't conspiracy. It's economics. You were taught. Study, work, buy a house, retire. But housing prices outpaced wages. Healthcare costs outpaced wages. Tuition outpaced wages. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics shows wages rising over time. But real purchasing power hasn't kept up with living costs in many periods. You're running. But the treadmill is speeding up. The system doesn't need you miserable. It just needs you too busy to ask questions. The strongest control isn't law. It's perception. You wake up. You grab your phone. Social media shows you perfect lives. Travel. New cars. Dream homes. Perfect bodies. You don't see the 72-month car loan. You see the highlight reel. Platforms like Meta Platforms and TikTok don't sell products to you. They sell you to advertisers. Algorithms optimize dopamine. You get addicted to attention. Addicted to keeping up. Comparison creates scarcity. Scarcity drives consumption. Consumption feeds the system. Education. You were trained to be employable. Be punctual. Hit KPIs. Respect authority. But no one taught you tax strategy. No one taught you asset building. No one taught you leverage. News cycles pump fear. Recession. Layoffs. Crisis. Fear pushes you toward stability. Stability makes you cling to your job. And you call that security. The system doesn't chain you. You volunteer. At least I have a salary. 10 years pass. The strongest chains are social norms. 30-year mortgages. Car payments. Weekend flexing. Everyone does it. So it feels normal. But normal isn't freedom. One person works 40 years. About 10,000 working days. 10,000 mornings to an alarm clock. Trading time for money. If you earn $60,000 a year and save 10%, it can take decades to build true independence. Meanwhile, assets compound. Business owners, shareholders, real estate investors, they benefit from growth. Data from the Federal Reserve consistently shows financial assets concentrated at the top. Not because they work more hours. Because they own leverage. Linear income is a trap. 1 hour worked equals 1 hour paid. Leverage is the exit. Build a digital product. Invest long-term. Create equity. Develop a scalable skill. Build a second income stream. Stop asking, how do I get a raise? Start asking, how do I reduce my dependency on a paycheck? You can't change the system, but you can change your position inside it. The real question is, whose game are you playing? There's a deeper truth. Even if you become wealthy, you can still be controlled. If you still compare, still chase validation, still measure your worth by a number on a screen. The external system is only powerful when your internal system is weak. Financial freedom isn't the finish line. It's the foundation. Freedom doesn't start when you make your first million. It starts the moment you see the rules clearly and decide, will you remain a consumer or become an owner? Because once you see the structure, you don't just change your income, you change your trajectory.